What's up, everybody? Today you are here at Tune Studios with artist DyVurse. That's DyVurse. Talk about keeping it diverse. First off, why you spell it like that?
Uh,
Is there
Point intended. I wanted to be diverse with it. First of all, I changed my name. I used to go by Stuntman. Like a lot of people know me as that. I came out as Young Stunner and everything, so that was a real thing with me. So when I changed it, it was a sign of growth and whatnot. But I just wanted to just mold it into my own thing, So I had to add the Y and the U. Diverse.
Did you switch it up from like, because you mentioned you used to dance until your big break with your mixtape, but would you, is that the point with the growth you're talking about where you changed your name? Or
Nah, I was talking about like a real life growth. Like a little bit about me. Music is my love, my first love, and so I mean, I had the typical rapper story, like you grow up in poverty and everything. You single mom. Speaking of that, my mom used to rap.
That's what I was
That's
gonna
what
say.
actually got me into it.
You were
Yeah.
5 years old when you first stepped into the studio,
Yeah.
and would you say your mom motivated you?
Oh yeah, 100%. She motivated me. She'd take me to the studio with her, to her dance rehearsals and everything. So like all my talent came from her. But I mean, we was in the struggle together, basically coming up. And my go-to thing was music. So if I'm not making beats, I'm writing all the time. Or if I'm not writing, I'm drawing. Like I just had to tune into that artistic mode to the point to where like it just overcame me. Like I never want to stop gaining knowledge of any type of art, just even if it's more than music. Like so, yeah.
When you, I read your bio summary, and I find it funny, but also dope as hell that your cousin leaked your mixtape. Tell us about that story.
Yeah, man. Shout out the backseat driver, C's, C's. Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah, I was in high school and I was like a real music hoarder. I didn't know my actual talent, like the effect of it. So one day he heard it and he was like, "Man, this dope. This dope. I gotta let everybody hear it." I'm like, "Nah, it ain't finished. It's not perfect. It's not crafted right. I gotta do this and this and that. The things that I'm telling them I gotta do, I don't even know how to do at the time because it's my first time doing it, So, uh, of course, he didn't listen to me. He burned. That was back when you could burn a CD, burn a copy of it. He burnt a copy. We went to a house party like a week later. And they started playing my music, and I just looked at them, but everybody was loving it. So that was my first little taste of like what could be a fan base.
Yeah.
And I just took it and rock with it. That was all the juice I needed.
That's so cool. Did you do that? What studio you said that you started? You grew up pretty much in the studio life. Is there a certain studio
Yeah.
that you grew up around, or did you go to a lot of
No, it's
studios?
more of the people that had the studios. It was in-home studios. Shout out to Anthony Jackson, right, aka Slap It Films. And also his brother Andre Jackson. He's like an uncle to me. That was the first studio that I could really go into and just sit down and come up with anything that I wanted to. Like no rush on time, no anything. Only thing was I couldn't cuss. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. How you make beats? You do it like this. Like I'm ready to get into it because, like I said, with my art, I want to know everything that there is to know about it. So started with that, and I just started developing my whole talent with that. It was cool. But yeah, shout out Andre, shout out Anthony. Y'all the real ones. Shout out my mom. You feel me for the lyrics?
Yeah,
Thank
shout
you
out
for that,
moms. Shout out
too.
moms.
For sure.
Um, the Do you remember whose house party it was? That's something I also wanted to know. Do you remember whose house party? Was it just like a random house party when you went?
I don't remember whose house party it was, but I remember where it was. It was in Midtown Pittsburgh, and I used to go to house parties like every weekend because, like I said, I used to turf dance, so I'm anywhere where the music is basically. But yeah, I remember it was in Midtown Pittsburgh. Um, I think it was summertime also.
I know that you're a San Francisco native, right?
Nah, Pittsburgh native.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
How did you end up in San Diego?
Oh, that all got to do with Poetic. My CEO, Miss Poetic, CEO of New Era. So I actually met her about 8, 9 years ago in Sacramento. because at this time I used to be with this, and then after I left them, I was on my own mission, just trying to find something, and I so happened to move to Sacramento. And when I moved to Sacramento, I see this dope female, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get to know her. So we exchanged numbers, but we just built from there. She said, I'm starting off this new era thing, and I'm like, yo, let's, you feel me, take both of our connections, keep rocking with it. And it's been going ever since. That's like the one of the most positive people in my life. Like for real. That's why I stick. She got my loyalty 100%.
Yeah, she does a lot for a lot of people. I haven't had the pleasure of connecting with her. I think I've met her once or twice, but I hear nothing but great things about her.
Going back to the growth, she was one of the big reasons why I decided to grow. And when I say growth, it's nothing but a mentality. It's all of a mental thing, you know. She was in the process of doing her own thing, and she wanted me to be on New Era. And at the time, I was like, yo, I can't just get in New Era, and I got this certain type of mentality right now. Like, if it comes, if it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. And like 6-7 months later, like talking about, I stopped rapping, I start researching more, just being more in tune with myself and everything. It came up with a flow out of nowhere. One day I woke up like, boom, I got it. Yo, let's go. It's been like that ever since. So your original question was San Diego? Poetic. Poetic is originally from San Diego. When she graduated from Sac State, I made her go to San Diego. She was trying to go to Atlanta. I said, if you don't go back home, I'm going to go back home. We going to make this thing rock. So, yeah, it's cool.
When I was reading your bio, and I seen at the bottom the New Era, I was like, New Era. I'm like, nah, that can't be like one up here and one down there. It's not the same where there's like the same streets and stuff. I'm like, there has to be a connection. So when when Will brought it up, I was like, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm the vice president of it. Like I said, me and her, we've been thick and thin ever since, like I say, about 8-9 years ago, for sure.
What projects are you working on right now?
So right now, I'm actually focused more on singles. I do got something in the tuck though. That's already finished. But these singles is working. The singles is actually getting me further than putting out whole products. But also with that being said, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I do have an EP out right now, seven track EP. You could get that on all digital platforms. Also I have a single with Mr. Fab out right now called I Ain't Trying. You could get that on all digital platforms, Apple, Spotify, even Tidal, like everywhere. Tear It Up. I got about if you Google me, you could get about 10 good songs from me right now. But as far as putting out a new project, I'm waiting for that good time. I want to build my fan base up even a little bit more than what it is right now. You know, I want it to stick.
Well, the name stuck because I already know it's DyVurse, DyVurse. So when you guys are Googling, don't be putting in DyVurse, DIVERSE. It's DyVurse, New Era, right? And
New Era is NEWERUH. The UH, all right, UH.
So you're a partner with her on that, right?
Yeah.
You guys have a magazine, don't you, or something?
Yeah, New Era Mag. We've been doing that for a cool minute now.
I think I came across that too. That's you guys do a lot of good stuff for artists. Being an artist yourself, and she's an artist too.
Yeah.
Tell your viewers a little bit about the video. The video, I Ain't Trying.
I Ain't Trying. That's crazy how that even came about, to be honest. One day I woke up and I was like, I want Mr. Fab on the song. It was literally just like that. And how I made it happen, like the universe just made it work after that. Like I ended up running into him. It's funny because the first time I ran into him, I gave him a CD. Seen him 2 weeks later, asked him if he heard it. He was like, no, I didn't hear it. But you got another one? And he messed up right there. Why he messed up right there is because it was like 10 other people out there, and I got a whole box of CDs. You gonna hear me. So guess what? Everybody get a CD.
Yeah.
And I gave him the one last. Here you go. You know, like basically displaying the grind and everything. You know, I'm serious. I'm serious with it. And then so after that, he liked how I was coming. He liked the whole vibe, the whole New Era movement, and he was just willing to rock. So we just took it from there. The relationship been building ever since. Cool.
Dope. How did you come across artist Will King? How did you guys make a connection, and have you guys worked with each other yet?
I came across Will King through Poe, actually through Poetic. Um, that's funny because I'm trying to remember when we even met, because I've been knowing about him and actually knowing him for a minute now. I would say since Poe came to San Diego, to be real. But me and Will, we got a lot of work. We got a lot of work going on right now. But as far as that, like, he's more of a, how he was explaining earlier, like a real king. You know, he's a real inspirational person. So 9 times out of 10, when we are around each other, we just conversations like of the world and everything. You know, so. It's like barely about music. Like, oh yeah, we do got that talent, you know. yeah, we do that. But yeah, real cool individual, real just man. Shout outs to him for sure.
Is there anything that would you like to let our viewers know where they could find you at, where they could find your music, anything that we should know is going on within your world right now?
Let me see. Once again, look me up, DyVurse, DyVurse. On all digital platforms, Tidal, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Napster, if you got that. I'm on there too, like, for real.
Got anything you want to say to C's?
Let me, C's, man, thank you. Like,
Thank you.
I don't know if you felt the vibe right there, but nah, seriously, bro, thank you, because I don't know when that would have happened for me if you wouldn't have just put me out there like that, man. And that's sometimes that's what it takes. You got to put your person. If you really love somebody and care about somebody, if you see something that they don't see, just put them in that position, because you know it's gonna work out.
Eventually, you're a talented individual. Eventually, you would have seen for yourself what you're capable of.
Exactly.
But he got that spark ignited immediately, and that's so dope.
And the last thing I'm with is the ego, you know. So like, somebody has to tell me that, oh, that's dope. Like, and I'm gonna take that in. But then somebody else gotta tell, like I'm a tallier versus being like, oh yeah, I'm that guy. Like, nah, I'm a research. You feel me? Any constructive criticism is gonna make me better at all times. So I accept that all.
Awesome. Before we go, would you like to give any shout outs to anybody?
Ooh, shout out to my TPG member, Team Promo Gang. That is my boy Oski. He been going real hard. We have been going real hard in the game. So TPG, Team Promo Gang, me and Oski was sitting back one night and we was like, yo, what if we got like everybody from the Bay Area to actually unite and push each other? So if we could just get 10 people to push it, we could get it going. So that was a thought. Now today, we got about 10, 15 people that's with it. So what we're doing is, say if one person has a show, say if I have a show, okay, them 10, 15 people are telling 10 people about me. At the end of the night, you have 100 to 150 people that knows about DyVurse. Yeah. Everybody's about DyVurse. Now, if my boy has a show, we all show up like that. And 150 people know about him, or whatever the case is. So it's like you're setting your ego aside. You're supporting that person that needs to be supported at the time, and we're sharing all connects because we all got to get up. It's something I really feel like the Bay holds each other down sometimes, and so I'm just trying to be that little glitch in between it, just to make it right. Unity is how it's supposed to be. Overall positivity. Yep.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you guys for tuning in. Artist DyVurse, your girl Cass with Tiny Fire Interviews. Thank you.
Out. Wishbone Entertainment.
No. Verse. Yeah,
I ain't tryna work a 9 to 5, ain't tryna waste my talent between the hood and the business world. I gotta find a balance. I ain't tryna flip a bag, double back and bounce back. I ain't tryna break a check out a chick to live like the next. Sickest nights up in my bucket when it was raining and pouring. Forced me to bust moves like dudes riding in the four. I'm the type to never do nothing unless I had to. I lay down on those trapping when they didn't have to. At the end of the night, you comfortable when you sleep. Mac is coming on my carpet down on E17. No complaining, actually it was a time of my life. Regardless the situation, fam, always stuck tight. Said I ride for my family more than I ride for myself. Take the good with the bad, play the cards I was dead. I don't know how you see me, but open your eyes and look. It's more than pictures to this cover. Gotta open the book, cause only God knows I ain't trying. They tripping cause my shoes laced now, I ain't lying. Change the way you look at things, things change. The hood keep calling, I gotta let it ring. I ain't trying, only God knows I ain't trying. They tripping cause my shoes laced now, I ain't lying. Change the way you look at things, things change. The hood keep calling, I gotta let it ring.
I was raised by them junkies with that let me get a dollar sign. School of hard knocks, gunshots more than Columbine. Your issues ain't my issues and my issues is the bottom line. Hustle and grind, dedication, yep, that's what got him signed. Whipped out that steel on that youngster, that's what got him fired. Caught with a cell in the shank in his cell when that got him 9. Been gone a long time, his son right now like probably 9. This my reality, more than salary, I'm never lying. So many didn't gave up, so many was never trying. Stuck in the house on the couch, living with foolish pride. Didn't become a man until the day that my mama died. Never seen a man cry till I see my father die. Gotta be diverse, before I live broke, I'd rather die first. So much pain in my brain, listen to my verse. Granny used to tell us to pray, funny how God works. Mama had 10 sisters, fucked up, she died
cause
first.
only God knows I ain't trying. They tripping cause my shoes laced now, I ain't lying. Change the way you look at things, things change. The hood keep calling, I gotta let it ring. I ain't trying, only God knows I ain't trying. They tripping cause my shoes laced now, I ain't lying. Change the way you look at things, things change. The hood keep calling, I gotta let it ring. I ain't trying. I done seen people selling drugs to their own blood. Perfect stereotype, you a statistic to the hood. And then be the ones that never wanna see you doing good. Be the ones that cross you when you never thought they would. And so I keep my eyes shut, but my ears wide open. No, I don't see these haters and no, I don't hear commotion. And I'm coasting on my promotion, made it left to success. Turn it right on the hip hop and valet park with the best, yeah. No time for wasting time, so I grind to the skates break. I'm shaking up the game, something like an earthquake. A rapper sign their life away, just driving a Mercy. Married to the music and don't plan on giving half away. I'm going in for the kill on imitation rappers. This ain't no Spike Lee joint, no, we don't need no actors. And if you got what it takes, you gotta show it. R.A.P. that real assertive poet. And I'm out, cause only God knows I ain't trying. They tripping cause my shoes laced now, I ain't lying. Change the way you look at things, things change. The hood keep calling, I gotta let it ring. I ain't trying, only God knows I ain't trying. They tripping cause my shoes laced now, I ain't lying. Change the way you look at things, things change. The hood keep calling, I gotta let it ring. I ain't trying.